Hey guys, Fred Love here, coming at you with another DIY guitar lesson. Today we're going to work on alternate picking. So what is that, first of all? Alternate picking is using not only downstrokes when we attack the strings, but also upstrokes, right? So that is a more efficient and faster way of picking the string, and it's going to help you get more speed. You not only need to be fast with your left hand, or your fret hand, you also need to be fast with your pick hand as well. So let's talk about how we get started with alternate picking. And like I was just doing, I always tell my students, just start on the high E string. I'm gonna move this camera down so you can see my guitar just a little bit better. So we're just gonna start on the high E string, right? And so let's just do downstrokes on, let's do quarter note downstrokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, super easy, right? Now let's do eighth notes, and then on the and of every beat, we'll add an upstroke. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right? So do that for a while. Get comfortable with it. Get out your handy dandy metronome and work on keeping a steady rhythm and increase the tempo as you get more comfortable with it. Once you are pretty comfortable with just doing those alternate picks on the high E. Oh, another thing I like to do, make sure you kind of choke up on the pick. So, you know, a lot of my students, sometimes I'm even guilty of this, I'll hold the pick like this where there's all kinds of plastic exposed, kind of choke up on it so there's less plastic kind of sticking out from your thumb. That's gonna help you with your speed. It's gonna cause less drag when you attack the strings. Just gonna make things a little bit quicker and easier for you. So I like to kind of choke up on that pick. And then another thing I like to do when I'm really doing some intense alternate picking, I will take these 3 fingers and I will plant them on my pick guard near the sound hole, in this case on an acoustic guitar, and that will kind of steady my hand, anchor it in place, so then my hand's not just flopping all over the place. So you want steady. It's sort of like shooting a free throw in basketball where you want the same form every single time. You want to replicate it as closely as possible. We want to do the same thing with our picking. We want it to be the same each time so we can replicate it and it becomes automatic. So once you are comfortable with the high E string, I like to take my pointer finger and put it up on the 7th fret of the G string. All right, and then I'll take my ring finger and put it on the 9th fret of the G string, and then my pinky on the 10th fret of the G string. So I've got that sequence. And I'm gonna do alternate picking. So the first time I pick, I'm going down. Then the next time I pick, it's up, that's the 9th fret. And then when I'm back on the 10th fret, I'm doing a down pick. Now this is a 3-note sequence, so it's gonna kind of stagger. So if we start with a downstroke, the next time we go through the sequence, we're gonna start with an upstroke. So it's gonna look like this. Okay, so let's add some speed to that. Okay, now we can go back the other way. Whoops. Okay, so now we're adding multiple notes on a single string. Finally, if you go back through my recent video series where I'm doing kind of like basic skills on chromatic dexterity drills, you can do the exact same dexterity drills, only this time add alternate picking. So if we're going to start on that, this is going to get you alternate picking from one string to the next. So let's start on the 5th fret of the low E. Right? Cool. So that's going to get you a long ways with alternate picking. Check it out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. If you are interested in a guitar lesson, reach out. We can do it via Zoom or online or in person here in my studio in Central Iowa. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.